My name is Kathy Black. I'm in the College of Arts and Sciences and I'm a professor. I teach social work and gerontology classes. I've been in the field of aging since the late 1970s when I was in nursing school. And my favorite area was geriatric nursing, and so I had my nursing license right through till the mid-90s. But then I just decided to get into social work because I cared about people more holistically rather than just the sort of the medical end. And so I did social work for many, many years. I completed my PhD at the State University of New York at Albany in 2000, and along the way, master's in gerontology from USC, a master's in public health from UCLA, and a master's in social work from USC as well. Well, my interest in aging really started back in the mid-70s when I was in nursing school. I loved the nursing home. My colleagues liked pediatrics or something else. I loved the nursing home. And so for me, aging was always my thing. My grandmother lived with my husband and I for a decade, and I cared for her. She had dementia and depression. And so that really provided me a personal context for working with people with aging. I was an interim director of a gerontology center. I've been a medical social worker, a geriatric case manager. So I've had a lot of experiences in acute and long-term care and community care for older people, and just sort of built all those up along the way. I was an ARP policy intern when I was at USC. So I really have studied aging issues from a variety of perspectives. Locally in this community, I've looked at case managers' advanced care planning practices throughout the state of Florida. I have looked at the Elderline wait list data. I have evaluated naturally occurring retirement communities. I have evaluated caregiving programs. I did a very big project recently, community-based project on how helping people age with dignity and independence in the local community. That was with the Scope and the Patterson Foundation. And I just love all the things that I get to do on aging. Nationally, about 13% of people are 65 and older. And Florida is about 19%, so it's a little bit higher. But Sarasota's about a third are 65 and older, 40% 60 and older, and the median age is 54. And so we are an aging community, and I find this community incredibly unique because of the high percentage of older adults, but also the young old and the aging baby boomers are providing an interesting twist to this transition in aging that the entire world is experiencing. And so there's, being old is being rewritten in front of us, and there's a great transition underfoot, and I'm just glad to be here part of it all. Right now I'm working on obtaining designation for Sarasota as a global age-friendly community. It's a World Health Organization distinction. There are 33 cities worldwide, 23 American communities, and none in Florida. We would be the first. And I think that we're primed for it because of the unique combination of professionals and lay people who are very interested in wanting to make this happen. The initiative is aligned with the Florida Department of Elder Affairs Communities for a Lifetime initiative. It's aligned with ARP's Livable Communities initiative. And by the way, ARP is partnering with me in this effort, and I'll be working with their volunteers. So we're hoping to really make this happen for this community. Everybody I've met with and talked about, it doesn't matter what side of the spectrum, everybody agrees that this is a great opportunity for this community. I teach gerontology and social work classes. The social work classes are in the Masters of Social Work program, and mostly I teach research and human behavior, and basically it's a class in medical social work. And I love teaching all of those things because I love sharing with the students my experiences and helping them really get them set up for entering into the workforce. The gerontology classes I teach are physical changes in aging. I was a nurse, and I also teach, and by the way, I love teaching the students, particularly at the younger ages, about the changes that they can do now, the lifestyle changes that will allow them, their teeth to last 100 years, their knees to not give out on them. So we just love doing all of the education that we can to catch people younger in life to really keep them healthier longer. So that's really been a great joy for me. One of my favorite classes to teach is death and dying. I was a nurse, I've done work in hospice and oncology, and so I obviously have got a lot of experience with dying people and their families. I love working with people in this field, because students when they come in, because they're not really sure what to expect in the class, but the class really helps demystify dying to them and really helps them put death in a perspective in life so that it loses the taboo that society has placed on it. And the students do a lot of unique things. We visit a funeral home. We tour a crematorium. We tour the embalming room. The students prepare advance directives. They write their own obituaries. They put funeral plans in place. They write wills. It's pretty involving. And but students actually, the bottom line is the course really, people realize the importance of living fully, and that's really the beauty in teaching that class and watching everybody go through their own journey. So I love that. Currently I'm teaching a legal and ethical issues in aging class, and I have to tell you that that class is also really terrific. Students are exposed to some of the issues of our time that are greatly going to affect their futures. Will Social Security be there for you? Who should take care of your aging parents? What will happen to older people in society if they aren't provided with income assistance? Do people have the right to end their own lives? Should we ration health care for older adults? Marketing to baby boomers, and are we promoting aging and in some ways actually causing this fourth old age to be marginalized by promotion, focusing on the young healthy old and really marginalizing the fourth age of the traditional old. So all these sorts of ethical and legal issues we address in the class, and it's just I've got a medical student in the class who wants to go to medical school. We've got every time I teach the class, I just love the dialogue and the ethical perspectives we apply to a whole bunch of situations that we never anticipated before. Living in Sarasota is really a wonderful experience for my husband and my children. It's a wonderful lifestyle. You have the benefit of a small town feel, but at the same time we have access to really high quality everything, and bigger venues that you would get in living in a bigger city. So the quality of life is really wonderful. The students at USF Sarasota-Manatee, I've been very, very impressed. I've taught at California, I've taught in New York, and I'm very impressed with the students that I encounter here. They're sharp, they're interested, and they have a lot to contribute in the classroom. And so I love the students. I love my colleagues. My faculty colleagues are the best. We have just world-class people right here at this university, and they are excellent teachers, excellent researchers, and so it's just really an honor and privilege to be part of this team.